Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the Valley Noble interviews. And today we have a special guest. I'm your host, Sylves, and we have Suzanne Elisaia here from Nesian Point. So, Suzanne, why don't you give us an introduction? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I do some work for Nesian Point as a private practitioner. I also do some work for Queensland Health, working in the emergency department of mental health, doing mental health assessments. And I do a little bit of work for Department of Justice, working with sexually abused children in the courts. So I work across the field and in different areas. I've gained a lot of experience through those things. My background, cultural background, New Zealand born, Australian mum, Samoan dad, and I have a combined family of 8 children. That's me.
Whoa, 8 kids! Wow, that keeps you busy, I'm sure.
Yes, it does.
Wow, so you've got quite an extensive background in what I'm hearing is a lot more on the therapy, mental health side. So tell us how you got into that.
Well, I did my studies in Hawaii. I studied at BYU Hawaii. When I came back, I did my master's degree here at Flinders University. And I guess I saw a lot of mental health within the community, but especially I was noticing more in our Pacific Island community that weren't getting the help that they needed. And I felt like that we needed to address some of the issues. A lot of our Polynesian, our Nesian cohort don't seek mental health supports, or they see it as a weakness sometimes. And so I felt like I wanted to work in that field to be able to help our Nesian cohort. I work across the board with anyone, but I want to specialize in working with our Nesian cohort.
That's really awesome. That's super awesome. Working with your own people has a few different challenges. What kind of challenges have you seen working with Nesian? And for everyone watching, Nesian is people from the Pacific, so there is a big Pacific triangle, and it's Micronesian, Melanesian, and Polynesian. And we've also popped in there the Australian band, so that encompasses Nesian. So, what do you think are the challenges that you've found with working
I
with your
guess
own people?
I guess a lot of the challenges is that we don't. Growing up, we never talked about mental health. It's been more of a stigma, mental health. We don't talk outside our family, so we don't do therapy, and we don't talk about emotions and feelings. So when we talk about mental health, um, sometimes it's seen as a weakness. I think sometimes our pride gets in the way. And so a lot of times when I was young, if I had said I was feeling depressed, my dad would say, go do the dishes, and that'd be the end of it. So we never talked about feelings, and we don't talk outside the family. So that has been a big challenge, that our people don't seek help. And I've seen more and more over the years of our Nesian people. I see them when they've attempted suicide. So I see them in the hospitals when they've attempted suicide. I don't see them when they're depressed or having a really bad time or struggling. They don't often get the help that they need when they need it.
It's pretty full on when, and sad for our people when they're not, I guess, having that space to be able to go and seek help. So, what would you, for especially, I mean, for all of your clients or those that are seeking help, what do you think would be the best thing for them to do?
Get the help they need. So a lot of times we don't know where to start. That's a big
Mm-hmm.
thing also. So the best thing you can do is go to your GP, talk to them about your struggles with mental health, and get referred to a clinician. And that could be any clinician. I'm not saying there's lots of me out there. The difference with me is I have more tools for our cultural side. So I look at it as we all have tools for the trade of whatever we do. My tools include an education, so I have academic tools that I have learned along the way. And I also have our cultural tools that I learn along the way. And so many therapists have really great tools that can be used. And so seeking out a therapist that can help you. If you go to a therapist and you feel you're not getting out of it, anything out of it, it's because you're with the wrong therapist. And it's not that they're a bad therapist or not a good therapist. We have to connect with people when we're working with emotions and feelings. So if you don't connect, go back to your doctor. It's no big deal. Go back to your doctor and ask for a referral to someone else.
Good advice, good advice. I think that's a big thing is, if you go out there and have a look and say, okay, let's try this, it's kind of feels a little bit scary to go back and jump in and get someone else. So that's good advice. Don't think that the first one is your best one. So go out there and have a look at your choices that's available to you. I really liked how you talked about you've got different tools and cultural tools that aren't found in the academic space. So tell us a little bit about what kind of cultural tools you use.
I work using different tools. So we work from a integrative approach. We work from a diverse cultural lens. So what's important? What about what's important to me? It's what about what's important to the person that I'm working with. And so when we work from a diverse cultural lens, it is about their family, their culture, their environment, what they think is, what they value, what are their values. All our values are very, very different. And so it's it's finding out what is important to them. And that's how we work from a diverse cultural lens. It's not, sometimes we think we know what they need without investigating first what is it they actually need. And so we work from a diverse cultural lens where we investigate what is important to them, what's the environment they live in, what's the family dynamics. We take a holistic approach about working with our people, whether they are from a cultural background or whether they're from a mainstream background.
That's pretty awesome. I love that you have those tools because it can, even though we are Nesian, it can be used across the board for other different cultures as well, connecting back to culture, back to their traditional background. So I really like that approach that you use. So that's pretty good on you. I guess looking forward, because Nesian Point is a therapy clinic, what else do you have in store? Is there any particular focus on therapy, or what would you like for 2024 for Nesian Point? And Suzanne Elisaia.
Well, I guess we look at a lot of things. We've done a lot of things over the years. We've gone into schools and worked with kids in schools. We've been into the prisons. We've done some community programs. So we've done quite a bit across the space. I really think it is really important to do therapy. So we've kind of honed in a little bit and got rid of some of the other stuff that we were doing, because it takes a lot of time, the other things, and they're great and I love doing them. We always want to do everything, but we specialize in therapy, and therapy from a diverse cultural lens. And I think that is so needed in our community, in our workplace, in the schools, that we have focused therapy that is actually going to help our young people and our older people and whoever we see. So I think for Nesian, we've kind of pulled in a little bit from doing lots of other projects. It doesn't mean we'll cut every project out, but our focus is therapy. For me, I think that's really important. I've been doing some therapy online. So I've been doing a lot more online, which has been really good, because there's a lot of our cohort that can't come in for some reason. Anxiety stopping them, depression stopping them. I see clients from interstate, so too far away. So we have the resources and the technology to be able to work with people, whether it's interstate, whether it's overseas, whatever that looks like. We're able to do that, and I guess that's where our focus is, so we can capture the people that we need to, who are falling through the gaps.
Amazing work, Suzanne. I think too, working with Nesian Point has been a really great eye-opener, especially around therapy and what can what are the different tools that you can use and that you can have for yourself, for your family and friends. So I think it's such an important thing to be able to hone in and to really focus and create a space that's working for your team and for yourself, as well as for your clients. So that's really great. So folks, if you need support from Nesian Point, Suzanne, what's the best thing they can do?
All right. So to get in contact with us, we have a website, nesianpoint.com, and it's got our contact details there. So feel free to contact us through the website, and we will get back to you ASAP.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. And so, folks, that is really important for your mental well-being and, making sure that you're taking care of yourself. Any other last pointers that you have for us, Suzanne?
Just be kind to yourselves. We're the worst, we're our biggest, worst enemy. So be nice, be kind to yourself, and take some time out to breathe.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, everyone out there, for joining us. So go ahead and jump on www.nesianpoint.com and check out the fabulous ladies there who will be taking care of your well-being and therapy needs. So we've got Suzanne here, and Gorgeous is another one of our therapists who are in Nesian Point. So thank you for joining us. Thanks, Suzanne, for joining us here at Valley Noble. What's a comment that you can ask them, Suzanne? What's something that you'd like to see?
What are you doing to be nice to yourself this week?
Okay, there you go, guys. Go ahead and drop that in the comments. What are you doing to be nice to yourself this week? Is that it?
Yes.
So drop that in the comments and let us know what you're doing to be nice to yourself. Thank you for joining us. We will catch up with you on our next episode of the Noble Lounge with Valley Noble. And I'm your host, Sylvs, and we'll catch up with you then. See ya. Bye, Suzanne.
Okay. Bye. Bye. Okay. I will.
Oh my gosh.